We're just a month away from the release of NHL 21, and now we have a whole lot more information on the game. At least a lot more than when we made our list of 7 things that we wanted to see in NHL 21. Since our last video, there's been a reveal trailer, and we must say we were very excited when we saw the NHL 21 reveal trailer. A hell of a lot more excited than the guy actually in the trailer. I don't know how much he was feeling talking about the game.
As you picture your path to greatness, what does it look like?
Maybe it's because he knew they were picking the same cover athlete from a previous game.
How long you been sitting there?
35 years.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I actually like the cover athlete. I'm joking. But I also get people wanting to see new people on there. And the trailer was really cool. It's getting those cheap shots in there. Pow! No early access. Pow! We're buying our own version of the game this year. What's up? Game Informer came out with an in-depth article listing a bunch of details that's going to be in the newest game. We can confirm that we're not going to get a neighborhood-like experience in World of Chell. And franchise mode seems like it might be eerily similar to last year's game, potentially, minus a trade deadline minigame, which we did kind of ask for, but hopefully maybe there's just some stuff that they haven't announced yet. One of the things that we said we were going to be looking for in NHL 21 was an improved Be a Pro mode, and that's something that apparently they're set to deliver on. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's dig through the details of what we know so we can answer 3 questions. What do we actually know about the new Be a Pro mode? What don't we know about the new Be a Pro mode? And lastly, should we be excited for the new Be a Pro mode? Let's get into it. And remember, if you like bar down videos and you want to see more bar down videos, don't forget to hit like, don't forget to comment. All of that helps us actually go out and make more videos. So continue showing support because we appreciate it. All right, let's start this. So what do we actually know? According to Game Informer, the whole Be a Pro mode is revolved around capturing 2 things: the Calder Cup and the Stanley Cup. You begin as a generational talent, got a lot of hype behind him, and you can start your career either in the CHL, NHL, or, and here it is, big piece of news, in Europe. That's something that a lot of people have been asking about for a long time, is not to just have a couple options of where to start your career, but to actually make use of all of these European leagues that they have in the game. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how they do implement that. Now you can pull an Austin Matthews if you'd like. Skip out on playing for free and get paid and play in the Swiss League. Also, according to the article, there's gonna be plenty of new scenes and thousands of lines of new dialogue. It sounds like it's gonna be pretty similar to Live the Life in the fact that you have a likability meter and you have options and the decisions that you're gonna make off the ice that are gonna affect what happens on the ice. You gotta impress management, you gotta impress brands, and you gotta impress your teammates. There's gonna be hundreds of different story beats, so it sounds like, you know, not everyone's experience is gonna be exactly the same in how their story and journey plays out. The system in which you speak to management and your teammates seems to work through a persuade trait system where you either have charm or you can be a diplomat. Hopefully that's not like super black and white and one-dimensional. You can just be like really mellow and diplomatic. We're just pissed, man! The skill tree is apparently going to be the exact same as the last game, which, you know what? It's actually pretty detailed. Be cool if they did add something to it, but that actually makes sense for remaining the same. So all that's what we do know about NHL 21's Be a Pro mode. Now let's go to what we don't know. Some questions that we have based on the information that we have. The first big one, and I think this is a rather big one, is this gonna be more like Live the Life, where again, it's all about a dialogue tree where there's not actually any cutscenes, no actual voiceovers, more of just kind of like a game within the menu? Or is it gonna be more like The Journey or The Long Shot where, you know, they have voice actors and Hollywood actors actually playing certain roles? My fear is that when they said thousands of lines of new dialogue, is that all of it is going to be written and that there are no cutscenes. Again, this is my guess. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I like Live the Life, and any kind of change they can make to Be a Pro I think is an improvement, but I think that the Be a Pro people are getting excited for is something that's a lot more similar to what they saw, again, in The Journey, Long Shot, and NBA 2K. Less of what they saw in some of the 2K games.
Young DJ, call me Rookie of the Year. Do a spin move, might just end your whole career.
Now, everybody can come up here, Brooklyn.
Next up, training. And I know this seems to be a theme for me, is them involving some kind of training mini game into this so that you actually have something to do with your player outside of games. Just so it's not just menu management for your Be a Pro. The next one, character customization. What level of it are we actually gonna see in this game? These brand endorsements, how much do they matter? Are we gonna have things where you wear a particular brand of gloves and gives you a particular boost to your stats? Or is it gonna just be superficial and you can go around wearing whatever you want, doesn't matter, play exactly the same? And for that matter, what role do endorsements play whatsoever? You know, why do you actually care to have a good relationship with your endorsements?
I've done commercials for Coke and Pepsi. If you want to know the truth, can't even taste the difference.
Hopefully it's not similar to the new PGA games where, you know, you're playing for a bucket hat.
got something to say?
And here's my biggest question of all of it. Will this connect to World of Chell whatsoever? Because if you're gonna invest that much time to be a pro, you probably want it to connect with World of Chell in some way, because when you have two isolated game modes where you're pouring tens of hours, hundreds of hours potentially into something, you want them to connect. We don't know that as of yet, of whether or not whatever you're doing attribute-wise and traits-wise with your Be a Pro will actually matter in any of these online modes. But it'll be interesting to find out. And of course, this is very similar to what they already do in 2K with their My Player mode, which I won't praise for too long because... Get out of my face. Hey, stop that. Yeah, they advertise microtransactions a hell of a lot in that game. Which actually brings up my real last question. If these modes do connect and Be a Pro in online or 1-in-1, are we gonna see the implementation of microtransactions in a similar way to 2K's game? Do you have to grind a lot? Like, by the end of your first season, if I don't spend $1, is my guy still gonna be rated like 74 overall and have an 81 accuracy on his shot? Or are microtransactions just totally out of the equation and it's entirely just skill-based? If that's true, everyone's gonna like that. But if it's not true and I gotta spend $600 or my guy shoots like how I actually shoot in real life, I think everyone's gonna be pissed.
You and I are done talking.
So that's what we know about NHL 21's Be a Pro mode for now. Hopefully more information comes out before the release date. But now I'm gonna pose a question to you. Are you excited for Be a Pro mode in NHL 21? If so, what are you hoping to see in the mode? And maybe of what you've heard so far, what excites you the most? Once again, if you want to see more Bar Down videos, don't forget to hit like, don't forget to comment. Hey, give us a follow on Insta as well. Doesn't hurt. What do you think the trailer guy would sound like if he was reading back pages? If you liked what you saw in this video, I think you should go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're already subscribed, or even if you're not, why not click this video? This is a good video right here to talk about a few things I like. Maybe even check out a quiz.